Hello, it's Doris with Aldi Books, and I'm here with a very exciting announcement. Yes, it is that time. Almost. We're back for Springathon, another year. So it's going to be May 9th through the 22nd, but you are more than welcome to use the whole month. That is what I plan to do. It is being hosted by Natalie from Curious Reader, Heidi from My Reading Life, and myself, and we are all just thrilled to celebrate spring and the great outdoors and nature writing with you all. I just cannot wait. So, first up, we have a group read. So it is the May read, the May pick for the Book Naturalist Book Club, hosted by Heidi and myself. Small Bodies of Water by Mingya Powles. I'm just going to read the description because I have not read this book for you, and the description is done very well and it's nice and concise. Mingya Powles first learned to swim in Borneo, where her mother was born and her grandfather studied freshwater fish. There, the local swimming pool became her first body of water. Through her life, there have been others that have meant different things, but have still been, in their own way, home. From the wild coastline of New Zealand to a pond in northwest London. This lyrical collection of interconnected essays explores the bodies of water that separate and connect us, as well as everything from migration, food, family, earthquakes, and the ancient lunisolar calendar to butterflies. In powerful prose, Small Bodies of Water weaves together personal memories, dreams, and nature writing. It reflects on a girlhood spent growing up between two cultures and explores what it means to belong. So that sounds great. Looking forward to diving into this. And it just came out here in the US this year. Anyway, this is a great segue to our prompts for Springathon, which are diversity, sustainability, connectivity, and activity. And brilliant segue because this book, I think, hits all of those. Diversity, sustainability, connectivity, and activity. I think so. So if you're just going to read one book, read this one. That's the whole main idea of Springathon, is to encourage you to pick up a piece of nature writing. Just one, and read it in the month of May, between the 9th and 22nd, or anytime in the month if you choose. And then this is a great segue to talk about a few selections that I've pulled from my shelves that I think that you might like for these prompts. So for diversity, I have, and these prompts I think are really good open-ended prompts for you to interpret any way that you see fit. For me, I have A Buzz in the Meadow by Dave Goulson. This is all about the diversity of insect species in a farm in France. Dave Goulson is a bee scientist in the UK, and he bought this farm in France and let it go fallow and, return to the wild fields, if you will. And these are just charming vignettes about different insects on his property. And several of these are my all-time favorite nature writing authors. Dave Goulson, definitely. So, diversity in the insect world. You can also focus on diversity with authors. So Ed Young is a Malaysian author, educated in the UK, a UK citizen, and currently writing for The Atlantic, I believe here in the US. I contain multitudes, the microbes within us, and a grander view of life. So this might seem daunting, but I found it so riveting and engaging and readable. If you remember, if you're a little bit older like I am, You may remember The Wild Kingdom on Sunday evenings. This read like The Wild Kingdom, but in the microbe world. Fascinating. It was a great, great audiobook. There's pictures. Always a plus. So yeah, highly recommend this. Don't be intimidated, because it's just not intimidating. Then sustainability. I have The Sixth Extinction, An Unnatural History by Elizabeth Colbert. This was the winner of the Pulitzer. This was a New York Times bestseller. This one's just fabulous. So this one is essays on different things, creatures that have gone extinct. Also photos. This one at times is a little bit more scientific writing. Not too much, so I wouldn't say, but this one is a little bit, the sixth extinction is what we're in now, caused by man. So this one is a little bit gloomy, can be. If you want to brighten it up for sustainability, The Story of More by Hope Jaron, How We Got to Climate Change and Where to Go From Here. So this is the author of Lab Girl, which is equally delightful. Lab Girl is about Hope Jaron's formative years and education and becoming a scientist, her journey to achieve that and what she does now. And it's just so good, so good. It's a memoir. This one is actually her lecture series to her university students in written format. And as far as climate change goes, this one is a little more hopeful than most that you will read, and very engaging. She couches it a lot in pop culture and makes it very relatable, so you can really see yourself and interact with the things she's saying. Very like grab your attention style of writing, even though it's a college lecture series. So I hope Jaron is a brilliant, brilliant writer. And then we will, where are we? We're still in, no, we're moving on to connectivity. So for connectivity, I have another favorite science writer. He's a little more heavy duty, I'm not gonna lie. David Quammen. This is Spillover, Animal Infections and the Next Human Pandemic. So another New York Times bestseller. This one is different chapters on different diseases that spill over from the animal population into the human population. Not every disease that animals get can attack humans, but sometimes that happens to catastrophic effects. Hello, COVID. So this one was written pre-COVID, but foreshadows, visionary, let's say, about the current pandemic. Very, very engrossing. There's Ebola in here, but a lot of stuff that you may never have heard about. And yeah, very, very interesting if you like that sort of thing. Another way you can look at connectivity is this is an example, Late Migrations, A Natural History of Love and Loss by Margaret Rinkle. This is a very focused memoir. Margaret Rinkle lives here in Nashville, Tennessee, where I'm from, and she is very in tune to backyard nature. This is her looking at loss in her family, and she couches it really beautifully in nature writing. So it really connects, you know, the human social aspect with the natural world. So very, very readable if you like literary fiction and nature. And these illustrations are actually by her brother, collages that he created. So much enjoyed that. And then the last prompt is activity. So that one was originally supposed to be Signs of Spring, but when all of the other words ended with ITI, ITY, we kind of tried to figure out the last one to be that way as well. So activity, think of Signs of Spring. But these two books actually have a similar view of life. They're the circle of life. So not just spring, but just like the whole seasonal changes. So the first one is a classic, Rachel Carson, Under the Sea Wind. This is looking at the sea as the main character and kind of the cycle of life within the ocean. And it's brilliantly told through the eyes of sea creatures, and very engaging writing. So grab a classic, grab Rachel Carson. And then a current professor here in Tennessee as well, but he's actually from the UK, is David George Haskell. And this is The Forest Unseen, A Year's Watch in Nature. He was runner-up for the Pulitzer with this one, actually. And he is probably my absolute favorite nature writer. He writes about very specific, very hefty things in the science world, but in a very accessible way, I would say, but also very literary. So if you are into literary fiction and you want to dip your toes into nature writing, this might be a place to start. This one is, he looks at, he calls it a mandala. I forget the area, maybe the size of this room. This one spot in a forest near where he lives, and he just looks at that one small area. It might even be smaller than this room. Is it a meter, 100 meters? I forget, but you know what I'm saying. He just looks at this one small area and the changes that occur through the course of a year in this one small location, different creatures and plant life, etc. And also uses that as a springboard for deeper thoughts. And his writing style is just like, oh gosh, he's good. He's so good. Very literary, very knowledgeable, very much a deep thinker. And I love him. So he actually has a new book out that maybe I will talk about in my next video. So I am, before Springathon starts, before the end of the month, I'm going to post another video with my Springathon TBR. And then I have a few ideas for other videos that I want to put out during Springathon. For example, I want to rank all of my book naturalist reads from 2021. Rank those for you. I think that would be fun. I want to do a vlog of the group read. So I think that will be fun as well. If you have any video ideas that you would like me to put out, or Natalie and Heidi as well, leave a comment below. Let us know what you're thinking of reading for Springathon, and I will definitely link Natalie and Heidi below, as well as listing the prompts out for you. And yeah, I look forward to some great nature writing, reading, and discussion. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and sorry to be unprofessional, but I forgot to post the cat videos yesterday, so I'm going to tack those onto the end today. I hope you don't mind if you're new to my channel. I have cats, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. I don't think they're saying nice things. Oh.
She's holding her ground though.
Yes, she is.
Whose cat is that?
Across the street.
Oh, yeah.
Cats are so funny.
I wonder what that was all about. Look how big her tail's got. Oh my god. Look how big she puffed up that.
Oh my goodness. Better get out of the way, Moo. He's gonna be pissy. Come on. Moo, damn it. I told you. He's nervous. Come on, guy. You silly cat guy. The drama.